Hey you guys, what's going on? It's Teenage Knight, and I am here for my Season 5 off-season video. And I am still mad that we didn't get to go to the National Championship, but we do win our bowl game, 45-42 over number 4 Virginia Tech. And right now what we're going to do is we're going to advance to the end of the bowl season. Pretty much this season, I thought if we went undefeated, we would get to go to the national championship, because we even have a conference championship now. So I honestly think that we were better than the two teams that got to play in the national championship, which were Florida State and Notre Dame. What really ticked me off is we were number 2 in the BCS rankings right before the conference championship. And since Notre Dame's independent, they don't have a conference championship game. So we stomped Iowa State 41-14, and then dropped after Notre Dame didn't play anybody, and they moved to number 2 and played Florida State. So that's just, I guess, incentive for us next season to come out and kill everybody, because I think we had 2 games this entire season where we didn't score 40 points. And I think that was like Arizona State and I think TCU. We'll look at our schedule here in just a second to determine how many close games we had, because we took down at one point number 5 Oklahoma State. We took down number 12 Iowa State. I want to say Texas was ranked whenever we beat them. Arizona State was ranked whenever we beat them. Which I know it probably doesn't matter much at the end of the season that they were ranked, but... Okay, so we're going to update some record books, so we get to see what records got broken this season. John Marshall, 31 sacks. Yeah, that stat's a little bit inflated, guys, not gonna lie. That's due to the fact of me most of the time controlling the left end, and I just push the lineman straight to the quarterback, and the quarterback will try to run to the outside, and the suction tackling will just take him down with John Marshall. So Corey Cannon, highest passer rating in NCAA history, passing Trevor Knight. Passing or receiving touchdowns in a season, Allen Melton, 20 touchdowns. The previous holder is 2010 wide receiver. That was either Ryan Broyles or Kenny Stills. And yeah, we already saw that record. Edward Parrish Jr. breaking the record for most picks in a single season by anyone at OU. And I guess that's all the records. We'll also look at awards and stats and stuff like that, but yeah, the 31 sacks thing, I have a feeling someone's going to be mad about that. It's just the way it happens. The left end is always kind of overpowered if you user him, so I do apologize for that. Let's go to ESPN. First thing I want to do, let's go to the bowl results, and if you look there, you already saw who won the national championship. San Jose State defeats UCF. Miami of Ohio defeats Utah State. Boise State defeats Louisville. North Texas beat BYU. Arkansas State beat Florida Atlantic. Fresno State beat Arizona. San Diego State beat Marshall. Indiana beat Toledo. Navy beat Ohio. Washington beat Kansas State by 2. Western Kentucky took down Boston College. Mississippi State beat Pittsburgh. Louisiana Tech defeated North Carolina State. Is Louisiana Tech not in the conference? It says 9-4 and then in parentheses 0-0. Anyway, Illinois beat Houston. Rice beat UNLV. Texas won. That's good for the Big 12. Oklahoma State got absolutely demolished. Oklahoma State at one point was like 8-0 and then just fell apart. I guess after losing to us, they just couldn't handle it. TCU beat Northwestern. Once again, good for the Big 12. North Carolina defeated LSU. Oregon State defeated Miami. Auburn defeated Southern Miss. Georgia Tech defeated Missouri. West Virginia lost to Nebraska. Florida beat Michigan. Wisconsin beat Alabama. Penn State beat South Carolina. The Rose Bowl, USC beat Air Force. Minnesota beat Arizona State. Northern Illinois beat Ohio State. Apparently Northern Illinois is building a good team. Oklahoma defeated Virginia Tech. Vanderbilt defeated Iowa State. Temple defeated Rutgers. Central Michigan defeated Texas State. And in the national championship, Notre Dame was demolished. So that's now 2 years in a row they put Notre Dame in the national title game and they lost, because they lost to us last season. So, do I think we could have beaten Florida State? I mean, I think it would have been close, but I think we would have defeated them, obviously. Then again, I might be slightly biased in that. So the next thing I wanted to show you is who won the Heisman, and it's the running back from Minnesota, Pat Neal. We can look at his, I believe we can look at his stats for this season. Yeah, we can. Okay. He had 2,100 yards. I guess this was his first season starting, because he only had 51 attempts the season before. So we had 2,100 yards, averaged 6 yards a carry, 27 touchdowns. He did pretty good. You know, fumbled once. So, yeah, he did pretty good. Corey Cannon came in third in the voting. We'll look at his stats here in a minute. Obviously, quarterback from Florida State there. Deshaun Kaiser, who we played and beat. And Kyle Adams from Georgia Tech. So before we go check out the other awards besides Heisman, let's go ahead and look at our stats. Corey Cannon, 203 completions on 306 attempts, 4,300 yards, 47 TDs, and I was afraid of what that number was going to be. So even without the Oklahoma State game, I still threw 15 picks. I'm going to try to cut down on that next season. I'll try not to just heave it a lot next season, because that's where most of those came from, is sacked 31 times. We'll compare that to the rest of the country here in a minute. Rushing wise, Joe Mixon, who missed a lot in the past few games. I think he was injured against Texas Tech, I think. But anyway, 195 attempts, 1,600 yards, 8 yards a carry, 17 TDs. Corey Cannon actually had 12 touchdowns. Bryson Irvin had 16, and he averaged 6 yards a carry. And obviously, with Mixon being a senior, Bryson Irvin will most likely be our starting halfback next season. Receiving-wise, now in case you've never seen one of these seasons of mine, the receptions number is really, really low, because whenever I throw the ball, you can see their average yard per reception. Melton nearly caught it for 30 yards every time. So, that's the reason that's so low. I don't do like 5-yard passes. Most of the time, if I throw the ball, I'm going for the 10 yards to get a first down or the end zone. But Allen Melton, 52 catches, 1,400 yards, 7 yards away from 1,500, 20 touchdowns. Jeffrey Mead, 47 catches, 891 yards, 7 TDs. Dallas Todd, 43 catches, 941 yards, 11 touchdowns. And then Mark Andrews got a couple. Joe Mixon got 1. Hickman got 2. Irvin actually never caught a touchdown this season. Marcus Moyer, who was our starting tight end, only caught 6 passes. That's not good. I need to really throw the ball to him more next season. Derek Martin, our backup tight end, 4 catches, 10 yards, 4 touchdowns. The only reason he has those 4 catches is the play action pass from the goal line. I just dump it to him because he's wide open almost every time. Dimitri Flowers, 1 catch, 1 yard, and a touchdown. That works. And Jake Stanley got 1 pass for 13 yards. Blocking, that looks good, but let's see if we can tell. 4, 5, 6. So obviously the top 5 are what? Did this guy not let up a sack all season? I don't know. I don't like looking at these stats because some of them are... Yeah, our center is not up here. Oh, there he is. Okay. So he let up 2 sacks. Sears, who is leaving... Wait, is Bowman leaving? Bowman is leaving. Sears is leaving. Chris Anderson played pretty well as a freshman. We might be able to keep him depending on what he wants to do. And Friesen is leaving. Okay. Defense. Charles Rice leads the team in tackles with 114. Tackles for loss, that's probably going to go to Marshall. Yep, I'm going to guarantee it 44. Sack, obviously going to Marshall at 31. Solo tackles, 108. Interceptions, 10 from Edward Paris, 4 from Lavelle Pitts, 2 from Matt Williams, and 2 from Bill McGrew. 2 from Marcus Summers, 1 from Chris Washington, 1 from Charles Rice, and 1 from Vernon Anderson. Don't even know who that guy is. But I'm kind of sad to see Edward Paris Jr. go. He was a transfer that came in after season 1 from LSU, and he has played pretty well his entire time here. Lavelle Pitts is probably going to be our #1 corner next season. So that could be interesting. Also, a side note that I want to add with Edward Paris Jr., because I don't think I mentioned it in the Oklahoma State video. He got 2 interceptions, but he dropped 3 more on 3 different drives. So he very well could have 5 picks in that Oklahoma State game. But touchdowns, just 1 from Edward Paris Jr., 1 from Curtis Bolton, 1 from Bill McGrew, and 1 from Marcus Summers. Kicking. It takes a while to load, but it'll eventually load up. Let's see how good Kelvin Taylor was in his last season. Perfect. How did he only get 99%? Unless, I was taught wrong. 14 of 14 is 100%, but okay. 56 long, 101 extra points, which means we had 100 touchdowns this season. And obviously his last kick as a Sooner was the game winner in the Orange Bowl, so look at that. 130 kickoffs, 127 of them were touchbacks. That's a little bit overpowered. Punting, does it really matter? Kelvin was also our punter. Only punted the ball 18 times. Kick return, Colin McGee, over 2,000 yards, 2 touchdowns. Punt return, he averaged about 12 yards of punt return, which I think is about average. But let's go to passing, and let's check and see how good Corey Cannon fared and everyone else fared against everyone else in the country. So in terms of yards, Corey Cannon is second. James Tayberry, quarterback from Tulane, I think that's what it is. Touchdowns, he was third to Tyler Harris from UCF and Deshaun Kaiser from Notre Dame. Interceptions, please. Oh, we actually did not lead the country in picks. Aaron Sharp from Kansas State, Justin Hayford from Missouri, and Josh Brock from Rutgers all led the NCAA in interceptions. Okay, seeing if we lead that. Sacked the most. Not even close to us. Okay. Rushing wise, there were several 2,000 yards rushers this season. Ryan Johnson from Tulsa, Kyle Adams from Georgia Tech, Pat Neal from Minnesota, Jaron Miller from, is that Central Michigan? I don't know. Josh Wesley from NIU, Matt Gaida from Air Force, and then that's it for that. Touchdowns, Pat Neal dominated that. And then obviously several people tied with Joe Mixon. Broken tackles. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think we'd be up there. Actually, I want to check something. Let's go back to rushing touchdowns. And let's go until we see the first quarterback. I want to see if Corey Cannon led all quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. He had 12, I think. No. Stephen Collier from Ohio State had 14. So is Cannon second? No. Or he might be tied. He might be tied. He's tied for second. Okay. Receiving, I know we're not going to be topping receptions. Yards, we're in the top 10. That's good. Touchdowns. We are tied with Corey Holmes for most receiving touchdowns in a season. Or this season. Blocking. I want to see did anyone let up an absurd amount of sacks? Yeah, I abused that right tackle from Oklahoma State. I about said Ohio State. Defensive. Rice was third. Normally we have a lot more of those. Oh, there it is, solo tackles. Yeah, I don't know what in the world they count as a solo tackle in this game, but Obviously, they're doing something wrong since half my team is right there. Half my starting defense. Sacks, yeah, I think we won that. Picks. Edward Parrish Jr. did lead the NCAA in interceptions. That's good. Deflections. All right. I didn't. What college is that? Can I check somehow? I feel like there's. I don't know. Someone will probably yell at me for not knowing it. Let's go to kicking. Are we the highest? See, yeah, look, 13 of 13, 99%. Did no one else go 100%? No, okay. The longest field goal of the season, Kelvin Taylor tied that with Pedro Wright from Stanford at 56 yards. I'm not going to check punting. Kick returns. Okay, we led the nation in that. Did anyone in the country, I'm about to say, 5 people were able to return a punt for a touchdown this season. Okay, now we will go to the award winners and see where everyone placed at Oklahoma. The Maxwell does not go to Corey Cannon, it goes to Deshaun Kaiser. Next season, Kaiser's actually gone, so Cannon's most likely the favorite to win that. Walter Camp goes to Pat Neal. Corey Cannon. Okay, I guess that's best offensive player, because I thought it was best running back. But anyway, Corey Cannon ended up in 4th. Melton ended up in 9th. And Mixon did not even end up on the list. The Bednarik Award, yeah, Marshall won that, followed by Charles Rice. Edward Parrish Jr. is up there. Nagurski, John Marshall. O'Brien, Deshaun Kaiser. Corey Cannon was 3rd. The Walker Award, Joe Mixon was 4th. Biletnikoff, really, Alan Melton had more yards. Look at that. It's up in the top right above his overall. 52 catches, 1,400 yards, 20 TDs. We had more yards, so I think we should have won that. I mean, he had more catches, but... the Mackey Award, oh wow, we're not even up here. Oh yeah, he only caught like 6 passes, so that's the best tight end. Outland, Andrew Marshall. We had 3 of our linemen up here. That's good. Remington. What is it? Best center? Well, Bowman's up there. Lombardi. We got the top 3 people. Best linebacker? Charles Rice. The Jim Thorpe Award, which I believe is best member of the secondary, goes to Edward Parrish Jr., followed by Bill McGrew. And if you guys remember, Bill McGrew is actually the one who replaced Stephen Parker, who I think won it last season, the Jim Thorpe Award, so he did pretty good. And the Groza Award goes to the kicker from Tulsa, who went 34 of 36, long of 46, with 50 extra points. Not 100 extra points. Okay. Is there an award after that? The Ray Guy Award, but we didn't punt all that often, so... Best returner goes to Colin McGee, and then that is all the awards. So I guess now we will actually head to the actual offseason. Okay, so first things first, we have a contract extension, so let's go ahead and view the contract. How many wins do they want in a year? They want 12 wins a year. Okay, I guess we'll go ahead and sign. I mean, we won the Big 12 the past 4 seasons. So in case you guys didn't realize this, my first season in this was the 2013 season, where we did not win the Big 12, but we won the national championship. That was due to the fact that we lost to Texas, but then Texas lost really late in the season to an unranked team, and they dropped low enough to where they couldn't recover and get back into the national title picture. But since we lost earlier in the season, we were able to get into the number 2 spot, and then we took down Oregon. But we did not win the Big 12. 2014, we won the Big 12, but then lost the Rose Bowl to Oregon. 2015, we won the Big 12, won the Cotton Bowl against, I believe it was Michigan, I think. That was Trevor Knight's last game. And then last season, we went 14-0, won the Big 12, won the national championship with Baker Mayfield playing quarterback. And then obviously this season, undefeated once again, Big 12 champs and Orange Bowl winners. But I guess next season is going to be the last season. Obviously, I've said this multiple times. Next season is the last season of this dynasty. So that is going to be my incentive to try and go undefeated and win the national title. See, what I thought was going to happen is I thought that I was going to get to go this year, and I thought I would have a chance to three-peat and close out the series, which would have been, honestly, the best ending to a series ever, is to just go out and three-peat. But obviously it's not going to happen. So we have a chance to win 3 national titles in 6 years, which is still really good. But if we get screwed out of the national title game again, I'm going to be very, very, very upset. But let's advance past coaching changes. And let's see if we got a new offensive coordinator again, because it seems like every offseason we've gotten a new offensive coordinator. Last offseason, I didn't get to hire him, but we actually brought back Josh Heupel, who left at the end of season 1 to go coach Tennessee. It doesn't look like we actually got any new coaches. Looks like Heupel decided to stay. Not that it matters in this, because I call the plays. So did we do anything? Extension. And oh wow, actually we did get a new offensive coordinator. We got Larry Edmondson. Josh Heupel left again. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Iowa State was just starting to rebuild, and their head coach left. They finally got to be a decent team. They were in the Big 12 Championship, in case you guys don't remember, and their head coach left. Okay. Let's go to all. Actually, hold on. I want to check Oklahoma State just to see. Their head coach got an extension. TCU keeps Cliff Kingsbury. Texas. Okay, so they keep everyone. But let's go to all. Let's just go straight to the NCAA. Let's sort this by last name, because I want to see where Heupel went. Because I think that... okay. So I guess I thought it was sorting it by last name. Apparently it's sorting it by first name. Let's go back all the way down to J and find Josh Heupel. What did you do, Heupel? Did I pass him? Oh yeah, I did. He became the head coach of San Diego State after their coach retired. So for the second year, he comes in, we have a good offense, and he leaves. And I say second year because he was our offensive coordinator season 1, left, came back, and now he left again. Okay. But now, what do we advance to? Oh no, we have players leaving. Oh god, this is one of the worst parts of the offseason. A defensive no, you're not going to transfer. You're playing more than 9 games. Okay, so we lost our defensive tackle, one of them. He's a freshman. Edward Parrish Jr. Oh my god, we have 5 people predicted to go in the first round. Edward Parrish Jr., Joe Mixon, Justice Hansen, Kenyon Frisian, and Jeffrey Mead. And then we have Dallas Todd predicted to go in the second. Andre Sears going in the third. Kelvin Taylor in the 4th round. That's crazy for a kicker. Mark Andrews in the 4th. Natrell Curtis in the 4th. Did anyone not leave? Dimitri Flowers is not going to the NFL. Curtis Bolton isn't going, and Bowman isn't going. But holy crap, that's good. 5 first-round picks. I'm okay with that, actually. Let's advance to the next stage, and let's go to transfer requests. No, we're not going to export this class to Madden 25, because Madden 16 is probably going to be out by the time this video goes up. Okay, first we're going to check draft results. And not that transfer requests matter, because they can't play this season anyway, and this is the last season in the Dynasty, so... yep, and everyone goes where they're projected. I mean, that never changes, so... I guess that's alright. But transfer requests, just to see if anyone wants to transfer. No, okay. So let's go ahead and advance to... recruiting. Okay, so now we're here at recruiting. And let's see who we have. I want to show you guys some of the people that we've actually got. We have 7 scholarships left. We've gotten a few really good players. We went ahead and started rebuilding the O-line. We have Justin Stone, the #1 guard. We have Craig Green, the #1 center. Reggie Odom, the number 17 wide receiver. And I don't think, yeah, he was a bust. This is not one of the guys I actually wanted to get. He was just one that kind of like I had extra points, so the CPU was scouting him and gave him a scholarship, and he accepted it. So if it was up to me, that guy would not be on the team. Abraham Townsend, number 6 defensive tackle, he's pretty good, 79. Courtney Harris, the number 6 defensive end. Alex Everett, the number 5 cornerback. Will Pino, the number 29 receiver, is this one that I actually scouted. No, I didn't even scout him. Guess better late than never. Oh, he's a gym. Okay, so that works. I'll take that. Marcus Hicks, the number 11 outside linebacker. Aaron Humphrey, the number 8 DB. Ellis Abrams, the number 12 guard. John Beach, the number 14 guard. Jonathan Bray, an 81 overall athlete that has 98 speed, 95 acceleration, 84 man, 83 prerec, 88 zone. So he could be a good safety, or it looks like safety or running back. But we already have a running back, so I think I'm going to move him to safety. Once again, he's probably not going to play, so. And then Daryl Childress, number 39 defensive end. John McClellan, number 25 tight end. Ross Thomas, number 40 middle linebacker. Our replacement for Kelvin Taylor, William Jones. He will be playing this season, obviously. He's number 11 kicker. He's got 90 power and 79 accuracy, but accuracy is more on me, so that's why I scout power. Mike Ward, this is one of those other players that just kind of committed to my team. I guess the CPU offered him. But, I mean, you're never going to see the field, most likely. Dan Johnson, 73 overall fullback. He's number 12, so he's number 12 fullback. And now the players that we want are a little kind of, I mean, I don't really know what we need at this point. I think we have all of our team needs filled out. We do. Do we have any other athletes that are available? No, just Jonathan Bray. Okay. I don't want to go add people to the recruiting board. So I want Chad Lewis because I don't know what our guard situation looks like with the players leaving. So let's try to get as many guards as possible. May have to start some true freshmen at guard, which would not be ideal for a season where you're trying to push for a national title. And I don't really see a lot of other positions we need, so we're going to go and give him 5,000. And Craig Walker, once again, don't know what our DB situation is going to look like with Edward Parrish Jr. leaving, so we might want as many as possible. So let's go ahead and we'll throw 3,000 on to Craig Walker here. Nope, went over a little bit. Okay. You're 65 overall, get off my screen. It's Newbear, we already have a fullback. So it's these two pretty much, and actually, let's go see. I'd like to know, is there anyone left on the Spark 100? Anyone at all that luck is low? Yes, actually, we got a wide receiver. And we actually have a defensive end that is interested in us. We'll add him. Anyone super fast that we can use as kick returner? Oh, yeah, we got Reggie Odom. He is a bust. Maybe I scouted him to be a kick returner. Maybe that wasn't one of the guys I added. And, alright, let's say, I want to see where that number 1 guy went. He went to Miami. Let's go back to percentage that they have locked in. And let's add these 2 athletes, I guess. That's what we'll add. Athletes are always useful, and I accidentally just backed out of that. So now we need to wait for it to autosave, and then we'll be right back. Okay, now we're back at the recruiting. I didn't mean to back all the way out, but obviously I just jump cut it so you guys don't have to see that. What was the positions that we scouted? We added a defensive end, which I want to go look at. Let's go ahead and scout him. Marcus Fletcher. Obviously, we still have some good defensive ends in case we don't get this kid, but he was one of the ones interested in us, and he's 76 overall. So, pretty much just going to add depth, offer him a scholarship. Okay. I have that thing that sometimes they'll just accept it after you offer. Oh, dang. I didn't realize how low we were. Yeah, I'm not going to put more than 5,000. I'm not going to put 5,000 points in you and then maybe get you. Let's see what... And the weave is online. But anyway, let's see what we can get here. I'm only 800 behind for Travis Kane, who is an athlete. What are you good at, Kane? 91 speed, 91 acceleration. Looks like a decent receiver, maybe? Receiver or running back? Okay. We'll add somebody. We got 7,000 points left. And we'll go ahead and scout him too. 77. Okay. So we got David McDonald, but we are way, way, way below what we need to be for him. So let's go ahead and throw... We'll throw a couple thousand onto him, onto Travis Kane, and offer him a scholarship. And will he accept? Okay, I've seen if he just accepts right off the bat. And we'll put 4650 on him and offer him a scholarship. So there, we used all of our points. Normally I think I just jump to where I've used them all, but you can see me spread them out that time. Autosave once again in progress, and then we will advance and see if we got a new one. Like I said, we had 7 scholarships available. I think I only offered 4 more, so we're probably not going to fill those up. Let's advance to signing day. Did we get anyone? Surely to God, we got one of them, right? That's all I ask, is that we got one. Okay, so we got Chad Lewis, we got Travis Kane, we got CJ Scott. That's not one of the guys I wanted. We don't get Craig Walker. Alright, he went to Air Force. And I don't... Was that the only guy that, like, we were really fighting to get? I mean, Chad Lewis, but... Okay. I guess I'll deal with whatever we lost there. We did get the #1 class. So, obviously that's good. I like getting that. I think I've gotten that in the past 3 or 4 years. And people wonder why I'm continuously blowing teams out of the water. It's because I built a super team. That's the best way I can sum it up. Let's go ahead and use this upgrade. It's just going to be on something random because I just wanted to get off my screen. And we've already filled up the recruiting part of it, so let's upgrade. No scramble player and coach cam, decreases the yardage needed for setup plays. Team starts off very hot in rivalry, bowl, and championship games. CPU is 90% less likely to commit penalty. Alright, we'll go with that. Your team starts off very hot in rivalry, bowl, and championship games. So we come out of the gate and just can slaughter people in big games. Like Texas and obviously our bowl game, Oklahoma State. Conference championship. Who else is our rival? I think that's it. Oklahoma State and Texas. Might be a couple more. That's just signing day. That's not going to be anything useful to us. Let's go ahead and advance to position changes. And we can, I guess, we got those 2 athletes. So we'll move them and see where they need to go. I know one of them could have been a receiver, I think. But, I mean, if he's best at receiver, that's definitely an option to put him there. But you also have to consider that we have this many receivers. And these 2 are probably not going to get to play. And I can't wait to get to the training point and see where these 2 guys are at now. Well, let's go to athlete, and let's see where his best 2 positions are. He can't play quarterback. He can play running back. He can play a decent receiver. He can play cornerback, free safety, and strong safety. Free safety is his highest rating. So let's go to that. We have Matt Williams. We have 3 free safeties. Cornerback we have quite a few of. Strong safety we have quite a few of. How are we on running backs? We're good on running backs. Very, very good on running backs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put him at free safety. And he has 98 speed. Holy crap. 95 acceleration. 92. This guy may be our kick returner this year, guys. Jonathan Bray. Yeah, he may definitely be our kick returner. We're going to go ahead and put him at... never mind, I want to check his zone and stuff first. Because with my safeties, in case you didn't notice this the past few seasons, I run a lot of zone. Okay, 88 zone. You are fine to play free safety for me. And now Travis Kane, what is your best available positions? He can play running back. He can play receiver. And that's it. So, what are you best at? 91 speed, 91 acceleration, 72 elusiveness. Alright, you might be a receiver. Okay, you're like a mediocre receiver and a running back that can hold on to the ball. Are you able to run people over at 191 pounds? No. You're probably not going to see the field that much either, but we'll go and throw you a halfback for right now. Actually, no. It'd be a smarter idea to throw you at receiver. Where'd you go? Let's go and throw you at receiver. I think that's a smarter decision. And we obviously are going to move Corey Cannon to running back. Not really. Yes. Let's go ahead and keep our changes. And advance to, is it training results? It is training results. One of my favorite parts of the offseason, if not my favorite, because you get to see how good everyone is now. And I think we're going to have 2 99 overall quarterbacks because we still have Mark Bailey on the roster. So that could be interesting. We're obviously starting Cannon. He threw 47 touchdowns last season. Granted, he threw 20 picks. I'll take credit. I say this every season. I'll take credit for half those. Some of them were just... Actually, with him, I'll take credit for like 15 of them. Some of them were just good defensive plays. And some of them were inaccurate passes that I can't help. So, let's check quarterback. We have 2 99 overall quarterbacks on the roster now, with Corey Cannon and Mark Bailey. Cannon's faster and has much higher awareness, can break tackles. Did Cannon get a better arm? He has 93 throw power. Bailey has 94. Bailey has 99 accuracy. I mean, he beats Cannon in both of those, but obviously I play better with Cannon, I think. I don't know why, I just do. And you can't bench a quarterback after he's coming off 47 touchdowns in a season and led you to an undefeated season. So should Cannon, God forbid, be injured, then Mark Bailey is an obviously very suitable backup. Running back, Jake Stanley's a 98 overall, but we are going to start Bryson Irvin. Stanley will be our backup, mainly due to the fact that Irvin has 97 speed, 99 acceleration. Where's it at? 99 elusiveness. Holy crap. That's amazing. Stanley may be our goal line back because he has 94 break tackle, 96 trucking. Can he stiff arm? 93 stiff arm, 97 spin move, 94 juke. That's on par with Bryson Irvin. So Stanley may be our goal line back. Actually, let's see. Do we have a decent fullback? Yeah, we do. Holy crap. Okay, I didn't think we did. Receiver, Allen Melton, 94 overall. Ronald Hickman, 90 overall. Casey Fountain. Okay. So, obviously, you guys didn't see a lot of these bottom three last season. You didn't see a lot of Hickman. I think he had 2 touchdowns last season. So, it's going to be interesting to see how we do with pretty much a whole new receiving core. But as you guys can see, I've built this... Oh, that's something else I forgot to mention. This will be the first season where everyone on the roster was brought in by me. The first and only season where everyone on the roster was brought in by me. So I've built this team the way I want it. And I like really, really fast receivers that can catch. I mean, the catching rating is obviously important to me, but it's not like I need 99 catching. I would much rather have 99 speed and 85 catching, rather than 85 speed and 99 catching. And Meade was kind of slow last season, but he had good catching. Same thing with Dallas Todd. So I think our passing attack could actually be more deadly this year because no one's lower than 90 speed. Tight end, Moyer, 94. Left tackle. Now, offensive line is definitely a concern for us because we had 3 people leave. So left tackle, we're good. Left guard, oh, okay. Center, we're good. Right guard, we're good. Right tackle, we're good. I'm wondering if I can move one of these right tackles over to left guard. Because that was the position that was... Yeah, that's the position that's kind of iffy there. Left end, obviously John Marshall is going to keep his starting spot. 31 sacks. Michael Mathis is probably going to be our new right end unless E.J. Poland plays it. I mean, he did pretty good last season there, so that's definitely an option. Defensive tackle, Tanner McDougal. We're going to keep all these guys where they were. Left outside linebacker, Zach Matthews. I don't think you saw too much of him last season, so he will be a new starter. Middle linebacker, you guys know who's getting the starting job. Right outside linebacker, Corey Lee. I don't think you saw too much of him last season. Cornerback, Lavelle Pitts. You're going to need to not drop picks this season. Marcus Summers, Chris Washington, Daniel Mobley, and Vernon Anderson. And that's odd. My entire secondary is white. That was not intentional, but that's just the way that played out. Okay. Free safety, or my entire DBs, I guess, because obviously Matt Williams isn't. But Matt Williams, 95 overall, 91 speed. What's your zone coverage? Zone coverage is a 93. Holy crap. The backup, Tom Palmer. Okay. Palmer, why were you playing defensive back so much last season? Because he got beat so bad at defensive back at times. You had 91 speed. I don't know why he was getting beat so bad, but he would come in and play like the fifth DB sometimes, and they would target him every time, and he would just let up constant 15 to 20 yard gains. Strong safety, obviously we're gonna start Bill McGrew. Kicker, we don't really have a kicker. Punter, for the second time this entire series, we may actually use our punter as our punter. And I guess that's everybody. So what do we advance to now? I forget what it is. We will advance to cutting players. Oh god, I hate this part. This is my least favorite part of the offseason because I hate cutting people. Okay, let's go to cut players. Let's see what we can do. We have to cut 8 people. Mike Ward. Okay. I know I don't like cutting true freshmen, but 56 speed, 57 acceleration, you're 6'7", 234. What's your throw power? 80, 70, 71 accuracy. You don't fit my offensive system at all, and you're not that accurate. So, goodbye to Mike, whatever his name was. Running back, 61 overall, and you're a bust. Not even gonna look. Bye. Fullback, I don't think we cut anyone. Receiver, Reggie Odom, you were brought in to be a kick returner, but his acceleration's garbage. Never mind. And you're a bust. I don't like cutting players, but I mean, if they're bad, they need to be off my team. We can't afford to cut any linemen. Left end. Do we have anyone that is super low on the depth chart that's not going to get to play? That is like in their junior, senior year. I don't think we... yeah, Chris Thompson. Bye. 76 overall, he's a senior. You're probably not going to get any playing time. Vernon Anderson, you're a junior, redshirt, 82 overall, 90 speed, 89 acceleration. Unless you're catching... 68. Okay, so your man coverage needs to be... both your coverages need to be just amazing. Okay, that's actually really good. Whoa, hold on. Lavelle Pitts has a 99 play rec, 99 man coverage, and 98 zone. If you don't get at least... What you're catching? 74. If you don't get at least 5 picks this season, I'm going to be very upset with you. Is there anyone like a super slow DB that I have? No, okay. Free safety. Strong safety. Okay, so we still got to cut 4 people, and I don't know who in the world I want to cut. Let's go back to receiver. Is there anyone down here? No, don't want to cut any of those players. Tight end, J.P. Harris. Actually, McClellan. That's one of the other guys that I didn't scout. I'm just going to keep a list of those if I ever do another one of these, which the only reason I'd ever do another Oklahoma Dynasty is if they ever released a new NCAA game on the next gen. So they'd have to release it on PS4 or Xbox. And you know what? We can afford to cut someone. This guy was actually going to be our starting left guard, but Chad Lewis is a higher overall than him, so he is gone. So we have a bunch of true freshmen at left guard. That's interesting. But I did say in the channel update video a while ago, it's somewhere on my channel, go find it if you want to watch it, that after this, I'm probably going to do a Road to Glory, and I'm probably going to go to OU. Let's go ahead and cut Michael Yancey. That was one of the guys I brought in, I think, last offseason. I was excited for him, but he's not going to get playing time, and this is my last season, so... And defensive tackle, Jay Watkins. Okay, you have 56 speed. You're not chasing anyone down, and your strength isn't really that high, so that'll be the last guy that I cut. Alright, we're down to 70. But like I said, I'm probably going to do Road to Glory after this series. It's probably going to be a quarterback, and I'm probably going to go to OU. We're not going to do custom conferences. Advance to the preseason. But hopefully you guys are excited for Season 6, and are excited for this series to hopefully end on a high note. Let's see if we can go undefeated and win the national title. That'd be a good way to end the series, don't you think? And I would need to check. I think I can actually do that right now while this is advancing. I'm sure you guys won't mind me keep talking. But I want to see what our win streak is at right now, and I can check by the thumbnails because the last game we lost was Season 3, Week 14 against Baylor. Since then, we have won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 games in a row. And now we won 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. We have won 29 games in a row going all the way back to Season 3. So if we can end this season undefeated, we will have gone the last 43 games of the series undefeated. Which is obviously, I think, pretty good. So that'd be awesome to do. But I think we do have a couple threats in the conference. Oklahoma State would be one, and we are preseason ranked at number 3. But Oklahoma State is definitely going to be a threat this season, I believe, depending on how well they developed. Oh yeah, we're changing that. Don't want an FCS school on our schedule this season. Let's get some high-ranked opponent. Do we want to see who would have actually been? Let's see if we can do that. Hold on. Let's go up. Let's make this week open. Let's make this week open. Can we actually do that? No, we can't. Okay. Well, I'm afraid to do that. Actually, that'd be a stupid idea. Because if we lose, that's going to give us a loss that early in the season. So let's add someone different. We could add Florida State. We could add Georgia Tech. I know a lot of you probably want me to add like some high-ranked team. But you also need to factor in that I don't want to add in someone whenever I don't know what we have yet. If that makes sense. I don't want to add in someone that like could very well take us down if I don't have to. We can do a rematch against Virginia Tech. We can play Wisconsin. USC. We have not played USC in this series. It would be a home game, I believe. And they're pretty high ranked. They're number 7, so we'll go ahead and go with USC. Let's double check that we have the right amount of home games. We should have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8. How many away games do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. But Texas is no, Texas is going to be an away game. Okay, it's going to count as one. I can make it at USC to open the season. So that gives us 5 away games and 7 home games. Should I make it at Northern Illinois? I think I should. Actually, I don't want to mess with the game in the middle of the season, because I did that in another season, and it completely screwed me up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give us... Should I give us 2 bye weeks in a row? I feel like that'd be a bad idea. I'm going to give us a bye week here against Army. Give us a bye week against Army. And we'll add in... we'll play... What do I want to play? What do I want to play week 1 of the season? I feel like we should do a team that we're going to completely roll over, but I don't want an FCS team. Because I like to add I know some people don't like to do this, but I like to add a team in like the very first game of the season, if I had the opportunity, that you just absolutely demolish. Hey, that is Central Michigan. I was guessing that earlier. I mean, I was guessing that correct earlier. That you just absolutely demolish, like a team that you can just take out easily. That way you know like who's good on your offense and who's bad, kind of. Should we do South Alabama? We haven't done them this season. But we're gonna go to South Alabama. All right, our strength of schedule makes that a B+. I don't know who we want to face. Do we want to face UTSA again? We face UTSA again with Cody Thomas. This will be the 3rd season in a row we face UTSA. I think we should do it. We'll see how good Cody Thomas is. And for the 2nd year in a row, I believe, we're gonna make it. Where's that? Is it the Cowboy Kickoff Classic in Dallas? Do I need to go all the way down here to select that? Do I really? Is it? No. Where's it at? I want the Cowboy Kickoff Classic game. I thought I could do it. I think, yeah, I did it a couple seasons ago. I can choose, like a neutral site game. I thought I could. Maybe someone else already has it, and I can't edit that. Unless I looked right past it. Okay, so I decided to just completely scrap that idea of playing UTSA, and we're going to go to Colorado this year. So that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away games. So we do now have 6 away games and 6 home games. So we'll play Colorado, USC, LSU, TCU, then Kansas State, then Texas, and then Kansas, and then a bye week, then Northern Illinois, which is just random in the middle of the season, then Oklahoma State, then Texas Tech, then Houston, then Baylor. Now the only problem I have with this schedule right now is there is one other ranked team, and that's Texas. So should we maybe change this to a ranked team? We can play Arizona State for the 2nd year in a row. We have Marshall. Yeah, let's go to Nebraska. I like that. It's a rivalry game. It'll be ranked. So that we're changing that. That'll be Nebraska. So we are going to go to Nebraska, then go to USC. That's going to be our 2 opening games of the season. And then play LSU. And can I do a neutral site game for here? I don't know what it is about, like, where... Okay, now it's going to let me select Cowboys kickoff. Can I not do that week 1 against these guys? No, it's not there. That's interesting. So I wonder if, like, someone already booked it for that. Like, if the game already booked it for that week. Do I want to go someplace else for this? No place else would really make sense. But anyway, yeah, that's what we're going to go with. Nebraska, USC, LSU, TCU, Kansas State, Texas, Kansas, Northern Illinois, Oklahoma State, Texas Tech, Houston, and Baylor. And I would say the threats right now on the schedule are Texas. Oklahoma State could be a threat depending on how they progress. Baylor is always a threat, except for last season, really. TCU, because last season their quarterback ran for 2,000 yards. 200 yards on us, and then obviously these two could be bad news for us depending on how well we play. Would you keep the changes to schedule? Yes, I would. Let's redshirt some players. You know what? This being the last year of the dynasty, we're not gonna redshirt anybody. So no red shirts, because I want to practice with everybody. Halfback, nope. Bryson Irvin's gonna be our starter there. Fullback, receiver, Jamal Brown. No, I want to start Fountain over Brown because I like my slot guy to be super fast. And I know I had Dallas Todd playing in the slot last season, and just think about that. Todd had like 90 speed, and we cut like 11 TDs with him. Imagine what we're going to do with a 99 speed slot receiver. Tight end, we're good. Left tackle, left guard, we're going to start a true freshman. Center, right guard, right tackle, left end, right end. Hold on. You know what? Yeah, we'll start Michael Mathis. If he gets injured, we have a good backup in E.J. Poland, who was an All-American, but, you know, he's going to lose his job. Yeah, no, that doesn't make much sense. Start E.J. Poland. Defensive tackle, we're good. Left outside linebacker, we are going to start Zach Matthews. Middle linebacker, got to go with Charles Rice. Right outside linebacker, Corey Lee. Cornerback, Lavelle Pitts, Marcus Summers, Chris Washington. I'm thinking I might want to put Mobley there. It's going to depend on play rec and stuff like that. So let's check that. 84, 84, 88. Yeah, we're going to go with Washington there. Because his play rec is only 88, but he's got good man and zone. So definitely Chris Washington's going to start there. Palmer, if I can keep you off the field, that would be awesome. We're going to go ahead and put Anderson there. No. Palmer's probably... I think we can check that, right? Yeah, Palmer's the grayed out name. Catching. Palmer can't catch. He can spectacular catch. How can you like do a one-handed catch over 3 people, which is like what a spectacular catch is, but you can't just like catch a ball that goes right to you. Where is the coverage ratings? Man, zone is better. Play rec is... Now we'll go with Anderson. I like Anderson starting in that spot. Free safety. Obviously Matt Williams is getting the start there. Backup will be Palmer. God forbid you actually get injured, Williams. Strong safety, McGrew. Why is Washington wanting to back up everybody? And that'll be Kyle Hill, his backup. Kicker will be William Jones. But actually, Zach McBride is better. If his kicking power is higher, that too we're starting. Okay, so he's a better kicker. So, and now the Weave 3 is offline. Okay. Zach McBride will be actually our starting kicker. If that goes bad, actually, what's his accuracy? I didn't look at that. Yeah, it's higher than William Jones. Okay. So Zach McBride is going to be our punter and our kicker. Should something happen to him and he get injured, then William Jones can be our kicker. But kick returner this season, no. No, not happening. Highest speed on our team. That's actually not bad. What's your stamina? Because that was a problem last season. Is that McGee didn't have that high of stamina. I may just start McGee again. 94. So what we're gonna do? Wait, who's that 96? That's Melton. No, not happening. Let's go ahead, and I believe there was also a backup safety. Maybe. Fountain's only got 61 elusiveness. Jonathan Bray, that's who it was. That's who's going to be our starting kick returner. And our backup is going to be McGee. Okay, so we're good on that. Punt return. Where's that free safety? Jonathan Bray. Okay. So we're good on that. And I don't know what KOS means. I'm guessing that's our kicker, like after we score a touchdown. Long snapper, we're good. That doesn't really matter. But that sets the depth chart. Like I said, we're not going to redshirt anybody because I would like to practice and play with everyone this season. If we're ever blowing a team out of the water, I may just throw in like a team of true freshmen. That'd be pretty funny. So if we don't have a true freshman quarterback, might put in like Justice Dawson. We're good on custom schedules. We're good on that. I don't think there's any players that I want to change their numbers. So, anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the Season 5 offseason. Season 6 will be coming soon. I don't know when. Obviously, I haven't done the game yet. I don't know when I'm going to get a chance to do the game. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys at the start of Season 6.